retirement, I think because it has a lot of cracks. It could be a reason why the ball, when it pitches at one of the edges of the cracks, it moves about. But otherwise, it behaves just exactly like a green top.
Yeah, and there is those elements of, sometimes a little inconsistency of bounce, and you'll get a bit of deviation. Of course you will with a new seed, proud new scene, won the toss, go up front. So first couple of deliveries, wrist position looks pretty useful, pretty strong.
It was the occasional ball early on in Kevin Peterson's innings last night where he was a little bit curious about the bounce. Alim Dar and Tim Robinson are two cool umpires for the match, and they do keep their cool. We had nothing heated last night, I can't remember. We had a nasty incident with Roman Reyes when he fielded, because we've had rain, can you believe it? We've had rain in these parts, and it's created a bit of a problem for the ground staff.
Yeah, I think the approach may be to defend and not be overly aggressive. Yeah, he's such a good player, and he bullies the opposition. And he creates his own lane, he creates his own way of hitting sixes, very strong down the ground. Always be remembered as an entertainer.
And when he was out there, when he was out in the middle today, Rambo, before the toss, he was chuckling. He says, I'm always looking to hit through the line of the ball. I want to hit long with it. It's so enticing to do that because it's so small straight. He says, I back myself, this is Kevin Peters, I back myself to hit through the line and hit it long.
Yeah, and I was talking about, I was having a word with KP, and he's talking about retirement and what he wants to do after retiring. He says, the biggest achievement in my career as a cricketer is that I've enjoyed this game, and when people will talk about me, most of them forget about the stats. They talk about what an entertainer KP was, and I said, you're exactly right.
Goodness me, that is... what a stop that was. One off the first over. Umaid Asif picked up wickets the other day evening in Dubai. 4 for 23. Best figures of the tournament so far in terms of wicket taking, but I think Mohammad Nawaz picked up 2 for 4 in his 4 overs.
Yeah, I just want to ask Danny, because I had also a quiet word with Umaid Asif, and he says first time around the ball was coming out of his hand very, very nicely, but second time around it was gripping more in the palm. Any particular reason for that, Danny?
He's got this through, and he'll collect 4 for this. Boundaries are short and the ball flies over this turf.
Well, there's a classic example, Ramesh, holding on to it just that split second too long, and really it seems it's about nerves. So, well, there should have been nerves in the first one, but sometimes when you've put in a great performance and then there's that expectation of repeating that performance, and all of a sudden people have seen what you're about, they know what you're about, they've watched, they've looked at footage of you getting your 4 for and how it came out, and it's a bit like batting with a rhythm, feeling good striking the ball. Same with bowling, you're getting your wrist behind the ball, you're feeling good about your rhythm, feeling good about your release. Different world.
Wahab Riaz setting it on. He normally bowls 2 spells, comes on at the death, and he is the best death bowler in the tournament. Wahab Riaz keeps his cool. Look at that economy. If you're going for less than 7, you're doing a great job for your team.
Yeah, he's impressive, tall and angular. That 4 for we're just chatting about. It's on debut, very exciting for the young fella. With a Ronki, big scalp there. And his rhythm was good, and he was at you. The useful catch from Hafiz, and that was a peach. That was the pick of it. Classic dismissal, moves a bit, bounces a bit, and it goes through the keeper with a nice little fine edge.
That's a quick run taken by Asad Shafiq, a rare misfield by a fielder. The fielding standards have been brilliant throughout this HBL PSL. Well, the little package that you saw of wickets falling, it gave you the impression as if they came off of slogs, but it wasn't the case because he put so much of pressure on the batsman with dots and with lateral movement, with seam and swing, that they had to really get out of that hole by trying to hit him out of the attack. He's extremely good and efficient, his line and direction.
Just for this final ball of the second over, Darren Sammy has just changed the field. He's come out from slip. Every ball is a different event in T20. And there won't be a run there. 2 gone, 6 for no wicket. Samim goal, oh, brilliantly saved. Shabir Rahman. It's his PSLW for the Bangladeshi top order bat.
Yeah, there's something wrong with Asad Shafiq because he's using that bottom hand so much. That really should have been driven through the offside. We know he's a very pleasant player when he's flicking the ball through square leg and mid wicket, but that really should have been straighter. I think he's doing that because he wants to get on with it, so he wants to hit the ball hard. In a well-used bat, this. But all he has to do is to concentrate on driving the ball sweetly through the offside with less emphasis on the bottom hand. Low grip on the handle.
Oh, where's he gone with this? Well, he's got it straight back over the bowler. He may not get the 4 here. He doesn't. Wahab Riaz.
So a low grip on the handle would make you guess that the batsman is going to attack you more through the leg side. Once again, the bat just twirling a little bit in his hand. All he has to do is, he's a class act. I mean, his test record is brilliant, but it's his limited overs career that has gone down just because of that restless nature of his batting. 11 hundreds in test match cricket, and he's a good enough player really to make it in the limited overs cricket also.
Well, runs have been hard to come by so far in this opening 6 overs, the power play. Quintus are second in the table, behind, of all teams, Lahore Qalandars, who haven't won again. They've lost all 3 of theirs this year, but in the overall highest run rate in the power play, the first 6 overs going at 7.22. Sound like an auctioneer. 7.22. Lahore Qalandars at 7.84. And the team at the top, Karachi Kings, going at 6.88. So they score their runs quickly, Danny, and you'd expect that from Lahore because you've got McCullum at the top.
Yeah, it's such a shame that they get off to this flyer. They look great early on, and then they've fallen over like a row of cans. They've done it in each of the games. It's been so frustrating when you look at that lineup, that powerful lineup. You mentioned McCullum, Fakhar Zaman. 155 here in Sharjah in this fabulous format. And they've got Umar Akmal, I'm thinking about there for the Qalandars. Some tremendous strikers.
Bottom hand again. Is that a good catch? Sabir Rahman, is it? He dives forward and takes a magnificent catch. Well, it's that bottom hand that Ramiz Raj has been talking about, and it's brought him into a position where he's offered the catch.
Yeah, I mean, he's going nowhere. The foot away towards the leg side and the bat coming down at an angle, and a very good catch. The catching standards have been magnificent. He'll be disappointed. Asad Shafiq gone early in the piece for 9. It's 10 for 1.
Now, these are always difficult. You're diving forward. Oh, that looks... that looks all right to me. That looks all right to me. Fingers underneath the ball. You do get that foreshortening effect of the camera when you're with a longer lens. But that look where his hands are on the ball. They've gone under the ball. He's walked off anyway.
I love looking at a real-time replay. And he's gone. He's definitely got his fingers underneath that. And Asad Shafiq's disappeared for a shower.
Fingers are a lot underneath the ball. Third umpire's had a good look at this, and the decision stands. So a very good catch by Sabir Rahman. It's his first match in the HBL PSL, first catch for him, and it's the first wicket for the bowler, playing his first match also in HBL PSL. Samim Gul. In comes Umar Amin, left-handed, 130 in the PSL, and that's a good feeling for him, isn't it? I think he looks a pretty good prospect. Good action, strong at the crease. When he's getting this ball to wobble a little bit, it's 10 for 1 after 3. Islamabad with 48. Mohammad Nawaz stuck around, he's saw them through as well. Safraz Ahmed, Riley Rousseau comes in, John Hastings. Rahat Ali bowls very brisk, left arm quick, and Hassan Khan is the Pakistan under-19 captain who impresses with every time he bowls. His left arm spin. There's the great man Zahir Abbas. Now Muhammad Asghar, left arm spin, 2 left arm spinners on display tonight with great credentials. Gone! Darren Sammy! Has he claimed it? No, he hasn't. Got to have just bounced before it got to him.
Well, that's why he's there. In the covers, the big man. Massive mitts. And it's hard to get it past him. Oh, this has gone nicely. Little flick. Oh, it's gone all the way. Here's our first maximum here tonight in match 10.
Yeah, what a good shot. Because he didn't venture out of the crease. It was all about transferring his balance. This was dropped. It really was a fair shot. One-handed try. Very good piece of fielding from Darren Sammy, you've got to say. And then the boom shot of the match. A flick over long on. He's a powerful striker.
Shane Watson led a charmed life last night, didn't he? How many times was he dropped? He had about 3.
3 bats for 11.
3 innings for 11.
One was a free hit, to be fair. It was a great catch, wasn't it, from Chatters? And that was a drop catch from Sammy.
Ah, yes. Couldn't see it from our first camera angle. Oh, he's dragged this down. It's slipped out of the fingers and he's got away with that.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with that shot. I've seen Watson to perish so many times trying to hit that mid-wicket slog against a left-arm spinner. Yeah, because he's always looking for that shorter length so that he can hit a 6. It's a new ball, it might just skid more. It's a shiny surface as well, so you've got to make adjustment accordingly.
I mentioned 2 left-arm spinners. There is another left-arm spinner for Zalmay Khalid Usman as well. He's playing tonight. He's going to get 4. And Sammy almost felt that he could have intercepted, but it's gone for 4 past the big man.
Wow, 6'4", almost gets another mid on this one. And Waller dragged it in.
Into the over, 4 gone, it's 23 for 1. Goal. Oh, that is a wonderful shot from Shane Watson, and it goes flying past the bowler.
Yeah, it's a beauty. Such a powerful player down the ground. Classical, it was celestial. I mean, look at the complete action. High elbow and still head, and the balance moving forward into that drive. Lovely shot.
So I think Samim Gul did well to get out the way of that. The last thing he wanted was for his leg to have collided with that meteorite going past him. Danny, this is your move.
Yeah, and I learnt it from you. Those great dance schools in Cardiff. All those years ago, we used to be on the floor. Beautiful. You haven't lost it, Al.
Oh, no, I won't go there. Oh, sometimes you just feel that this bounce is just a little bit variable. Well, Shane Watson yesterday 3 times.
Yeah, that's off a no ball. Yeah, on the line. And then of the very next ball, which is a free hit. Have a look at that take. Flying object. And then finally out. A soft dismissal in the end.
Yeah, eventually Roman Reis caught it. But then we had that nasty injury to Roman Reis, and he's such a key component for Islamabad. Do you remember he captained them in the first 2 games in the absence of Misbah? And we don't have a report on this is it, and it's his right leg, and he immediately clutched it. Watch the right knee go into the turf here, and it stops into that. It's a great big divot there. And eventually he was stretchered off. Now we don't have any news of Roman Reis, but it didn't look good at all, did it?
Yeah, I think I've been told that it's not very serious, that he'll be back in action soon, so that's good. Win-Viz. It's even Stevens.
Went for...
Well, we're boundary side here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and the score 29 for 1. Quetta Gladiators have been sent into bat, and I've got Baz and Flemmo alongside me. It's always nice to get out in the
fantastic atmosphere at ground level.
Riaz now starting out, the very fast left-arm bowler. I was watching him warm up today, Flem. He's strong. I know he bowls at speed, but he's a strong human.
And I believe with that goatee as well, Baz, that just helps with the intimidatory process for that big fast bowler. He might be trying to ape Big Mervyn Hughes, the big fast bowler from Victoria. Took over 200 test wickets, but Riaz, and at ground level we get a great view of how quick he's bowling as well at this side. Or a short ball. So strength for Shane Watson. He'll only pick up a couple. Oh, there's indecision, the run out's on. Go at the bowler's end.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh, they're going to get away with it.
Couldn't quite see it. There was a cameraman in front of me, but anyway, we're getting some good views there. No, there was a massive mix-up there, and very lucky Baz to get away with it.
Yeah, he's done this before as well. That amazing run out in Dubai and just couldn't pick it up. If anybody had a glove on it, it was Curtains. Hafiz not happy.
And Shane Watson, he's at that age where he doesn't want to turn around and sprint.
What age is that?
Worked off his pads.
The unsprint age. He's just got to the mid-30s, Baz, and he likes to just, he's a big man, Shane Watson, and once he starts to get those few steps down the pitch, he just wants to be going a straight line, Mick.
Yeah, he does actually. He's able to play the T20 game, and he plays it often, obviously. But yeah, we've got Wahab Riaz. He's top of that table, 33 wickets in HBL PSL. Mohamed Sami, who's still playing at 37, 28 wickets, and then Nawaz 25. So there's no surprising that Riaz has been so successful. He's successful in other forms of the game as well.
And it's the extreme pace and also the short ball. He's taken a lot of wickets with the short ball, and over here we've seen the ball skid. It's difficult to get him away, but basically even in T20, pace does work for you.
Yeah, and it was interesting. It was that World Cup game in Adelaide against Australia that he burst onto the, well, for the Australian viewers, and it was Shane Watson batting.
Another mix-up. He comes down looking for a run, Umar.
Mick, what happens when you're out in the middle and you have a bit of indecision there? Do you go down and have a bit of a chat and just go back to the basics? Yes,
well, you try to, wait. Yeah. Well, you've got to go and have a chat and then blame
the other guy,
your partner, for messing it up.
Who ran you out more than anyone in your career?
Mark Taylor.
Okay.
Without a shadow
I didn't
of a
actually
doubt.
want you to name names. I didn't want you to name names, but there you have it.
What did you want me to say?
Well,
Mark Taylor. Made an easy
he was a friend.
Easy two was a quick single for Mark. Terrible runner between the wickets. And that's the end of the over. That's 6 done. It's 31 for 1. But there's no doubt that the theme in T20 cricket across the world at the moment is to chase, to know what you're chasing, know how hard you have to go early.
But as I keep saying, Slats, the Adelaide Strikers who won the Australian Big Bash, they batted first on every occasion. Yeah. And back their bowlers to defend that total. So I think if you're comfortable with your bowling lineup, I think bat first.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like the positivity it sends the team. If you've got a captain who says, right, we're going to set the pace, we're going to look at this pitch, we think it's a 160 pitch, and if we get any more than that, it's a bonus. The good thing for Quetta Gladiators here is they've only lost 1 wicket to 6 overs. So there's a bit of a pacing going on at the moment. There's no doubt from here they could still launch to over 150.
Yeah, well, definitely 9 and over gets them to 156. So I think that's still got to be a goal. I think you said last night the average score was around
155, 156.
And they've got sort of batsmen in form, like KP is in form, good hitting form. So they can go really hard in the back 10 if they keep wickets in hand. That's the way to grow, probably.
Yeah, I had a chat with him just before play started. He had to run in to get his pads on. But he was just talking about the dynamic here. And pretty much what we were talking about last night, that the batsmen who got in trouble, particularly early, were playing across it. LBW bowls, short ball skidding on, getting caught playing the pull shot.
I thought it was all golf you were talking about, telling him how you beat Flem easily, and then he got lunch and whatever that was.
I think we focus on the cricket right now, boys. This is at a very important stage of the game.
But he was just saying short boundaries down the ground is the way to go.
He batted beautifully last night, Kevin Peterson. So the power play, Sir Vivian Richards and Shane Watson having a bit of a laugh before the game, and the youngster Gull bowled beautifully, I felt like. There's a couple of runs just when you give a bit of room outside off stump. That's the danger, and that's the catch. That's the first wicket for the youngster, the 19-year-old Gull. On debut, Watto got a few away, and Watto hitting one straight down the ground, but it was a steady power play. 31 runs, but as Michael Slater said, 9 wickets in hand. And he goes now through cover, just be a single. Amade's bowled very well, hasn't he? He's hit a really good length, just angling the ball across the left-hander.
Correct, and the length has to be key here, just short of a length. Because talking to some players like, say, Abdul Razak, he said that players who hit on the up are very successful here at Sharjah, just because of the fact that you hit through the line and you have the capability to go straight and go big.
I reckon we just saw a little bit of inconsistencies, particularly at this commentary end. You know, some keeping a little bit low, some hitting the splice of the bat.
Yeah, look, and I think there was a lot of examples with the cross seam too. Not so much seam up. There were a few cross seam deliveries, and then they'd sort of.
I think that's smart, Nick.
Yeah.
But even just with the new ball, when they were hitting the seam, though, I just reckon there's just a little bit of inconsistency, and I think when you're batting, it just creates a little bit of doubt.
But it's unusual because you look at that pitch as a batsman and you think that's a road. It feels like a road.
It should have a toll on it.
This doesn't have the white lines down the middle of it. Oh, Shane Watson. That's the old raise of the head.
Strike
for
one.
the big one.